Hello and welcome to this quick video where I take you through some of the options that we have added in TLS in BreakingPoint 9.0. So you see I'm using a sample superflow where supporting TLS 1.2. This is the server side of the flow action, and I have used a cipher, very common and popular cipher, ECDH ECDSA with AES 256 GCM SHA. What we have added, although default elliptical curve selection, we had added it in an earlier version, but here I will also do a quick demo. So this allows the server to specify the curve. By default, it will have all the curves available for the client, but I can select that I want to have the 256 curve, which is aligned to the certificate and private key I'm using. Similarly, we have added this new command called new option called application layer protocol negotiation, which is a way for server or client to say whether I'm going to use HTTP2 or not. So H2 is something that would signify that the server accepts HTTP2 types of GET request. And now let's go back to the client side where we have added majority of the options. So similarly, elliptical curve, you can specify the default or you can specify a selected one. You can see we support the new Edward curve X25519. But since we have used 256p curve at the server side, I'm also selecting here as 256, or I can just keep it to default. But it's since the server will only show 256, that's the one that will get supported. The second important thing that we have started supported is the session reuse method. So you see we have session ID and now support of session ticket, which is another way of session resumption. And we can specify the reuse timers, max reuse and resume expire. And what two more important things that we have supported in this version is server name indication. So you can type a server name and the client will put this in the SNI field, which basically tells the server that I'm trying to connect to this particular domain, this particular server. The ALPN field application layer protocol negotiation that you saw in the server side is also present in the client side. So we need to ensure that both are same. So here also I specify as H2 like the server, and this basically tells that the get command would prefer to use HTTP2. So with that, I save this config. I will run this scale down config very quickly, get a packet capture, and go through those options in the Wireshark. I have opened the packet capture and let's unpack the client hello. So as you see, I have this client hello trying to negotiate the cipher that I have provided in the breaking point, the CDH with AES 256 GCM SHA. Similarly, we see the server name and indication SNI using that website name that wants to connect. So you see the SNI field populated. The ALPN field is also populated and it's showing that it's trying to go and access an HTTP2, and it's also using session tickets for session resumption methods. So that's the client hello. Let's also see the server side. And if you've seen the server side, similarly, ALPN is negotiated and there is an H2. We use the same cipher as I have specified the same cipher in both the client and the server action. Similarly, we have the default key. If you remember, we changed it from default to 256. So it's the server is showing that that's the key it supports, and also it's negotiating session tickets because the client has said that that is its preferred method of resumption, and the server supports session tickets. So it says the client about that. So all the features that I showed is getting reflected in this packet capture. Thank you.